Okay, there's a cute little female American goldfinch there right now, destroying a beet plant. Oh, scare her away. Oh, well, I was pretty close, you know, like 7-8 feet. They're destroying 75-80% of lettuce, beet, chard, kale, radicchio crops. Sometimes they'll destroy 100% of a seed planting of beets. I've tried the bird netting, but you can see they just land on bird netting, which is only 5/16 open in squares, and eat right through it, destroying the beet plant. These beet plants, if you can see them, they will all die. They have no leaves left. They'll peck them down to the ground. They'll shred them up, so there's nothing left. American goldfinches, federally protected. I've been told by the officials of the state and the federal government that these birds don't eat leaves, they eat seed, thistle seed, and such like that. And when I told them no, I've actually seen them eat leaves before. I've actually seen them eat pepper leaves, which is kind of crazy. Why would you eat a pepper leaf? So I must be crazy, but I watch it day after day, year after year, crop destroyed by American goldfinches, not eating seeds, eating plants. They tell me it's because they're looking for water. Well, I've seen them out in the rain, right next to a puddle, eating chard plants, little baby chard plants. So if I don't have them at market, that's why. So they're causing me a lot of loss of income, a lot of loss of crop, and there seems to be no answer to it. It's against the law to feed or to trap or kill them. It ought to be against the law to feed them. I live next to a housing development, so I have a lot of people over there with disposable income who I guess enjoy feeding little baby birds for their own pleasure. Seems to me like kind of a juvenile pleasure. It doesn't do the birds any good. They overpopulate, they overbreed, most of them die off anyway, and they destroy crop. So quit feeding birds. They don't need feed in the summertime. There she is, just tearing away at those beet plants. I've seen 20 or 30 at a time, but they're at this all day long, so they got plenty of time to wipe out an enormous amount of crop. Farmers who live way out in the country, not near housing developments, where people with disposable incomes who buy bird seed, feed birds, these farmers don't have this problem with these birds because they haven't overpopulated out there, where people aren't foolish enough to spend their money on feeding birds. So if you come to market, and I don't have any lettuce or beets or spinach or chard or kale, that's why. I guess on the way home, stop at the wild bird food store, buy some more bird feed, and don't forget to stop at Kroger's and get some vegetables, because I won't have any. Again, just tearing it up. The only way I can deal with this is the bird netting, which doesn't seem to work unless I elevate it off the ground in a tent. So we got a lot of extra work here in building. Yeah, look at her. Building little tents that I have to pull off to weed, cover back up, pull off to make whatever harvest I'm going to do, cover it back up, pull it off again. It's an endless chore. And here's the proof. They do eat vegetation. They are an agricultural pest. You should quit feeding birds in the summer. If you want to feed these guys at home, don't go buy bird seed and give them way too much food. They're on welfare, they're overbreeding, they're not doing anybody any good. Plant flowers, plant sunflowers, plant zinnias, things like that. They'll eat those seeds, and maybe they won't breed so much and destroy crop. See that? That's a lot of birds. They get to do this all day long. And I suppose there's probably hundreds of them that live nearby me. As you can see where I've covered the plants with some netting and sort of held it up a little bit with a piece of wire, the plants look better. Well, actually they have leaves on them, that's why they look better. Birds haven't eaten them yet, but I don't know. Anybody got any solutions out there, or would the ODNR, the Federal Fishing, Game and Wildlife guys, like to see this and come up with some ideas? I don't know, pretty disheartening for a farmer. They do more damage than all the deer, groundhogs, and insects combined. It is my #1 pest problem. So people, thanks for feeding birds. Oh, there's one caught. Boy, I'm sure sorry about that, aren't I? Well, bye-bye, folks.